Hello and happy Sunday, beautiful humans. Well, actually, it's probably Monday for you when this video actually airs. Anywho, I hope you are ready to start the new week with excitement, new insights, new motivations, and great expectations. That's how you should start the week. I'm just saying. But I'm so glad you're here. And if you enjoy the content that has been brought to you thus far, I would greatly appreciate your likes, shares, and most definitely your clicking that subscribe button. Um, so I felt inspired to do yet another series for you beautiful people. And my sincerest wish is that you are actually getting something from these series and shifting your thinking perhaps, or opening yourself up to all of the many opportunities that are afforded to you if you want them. I want you to believe and know that you can create the life that you want. And it starts with your thinking, your decision making, how you move in this earthly realm. Anywho, this will be part one of what I'm thinking to make like another 3-part series this week. And the title is Alignment, Balance, and Self-Care. But the topic that I'll be focusing on today is all about alignment, which will be followed up with part 2, which will be balance. And lastly, a little something about self-care. I'm also going to provide links for you all to access some tools and resources that I created that I think will help you recognize when and or if you are out of alignment. There's also a 7 chakras activation video with mantras, and I'll explain that in more detail in either part 2 or 3. And there's also meditation exercise links, and I hope you will find them useful, and they'll tie into the topics as we progress. But if you'd like to schedule a coaching session with me, please check the link in the About tab of my channel, and that information should be there. Now let's dive right in, shall we? I want to get started with this lesson. But when we speak of alignment, I want to know what comes to your mind. Do you understand alignment? Are you able to determine when you are or you are not in alignment? It's okay if you're drawing a blank. Many people don't know what being in or out of alignment actually is anyway. Or either they understand the meaning of alignment, but somehow are unable to pinpoint or ascertain how it looks or shows up in their own lives. Me too. But alignment is being practiced and lived out when your life is in all aspects of yourself, who you are, how you think and feel, when they are operating harmoniously. And harmoniously is in a way that forms a pleasing or consistent whole throughout and or within all areas of your life that connect. And they are working together to serve your highest good and highest desired outcomes are presented. This is what being in alignment is. Basically, what and how you're purposed to live. That means you're in alignment. And often we don't associate what's going on, within our lives with being in or out of alignment. But recognizing this can make a significant difference in how you become aware of alignment's meaning. And that you could positively, in understanding this and knowing that it can positively affect or change the way some of the outcomes present themselves when you're in or out of alignment. And becoming aware of when you are and are not aligned is key. And determining which specific factors, thoughts, or actions directly affect your alignment can recondition your orientation of the world, your circumstances, how you see situations, and even how you see external resources. Like for instance, if you're feeling needy, desperate, or having hopeless thoughts of lack, that's about alignment. Because when you are in alignment, you tend to experience greater levels of joy, clarity, awareness, and satisfaction. Being aligned is a breaking away from the constant reaction-based thinking that serves the ego and the intellect. Instead of coming from a place or responding to life from an intellectual way or from the ego, When you are aligned, you are approaching and responding to life from a more introspective, inner being, spiritual place of higher consciousness. Some other aspects of being in alignment with your best self are that you experience less turmoil. There's a little bit more control out of the chaos in your life. And reason being is because you've internally determined your response from a place that is your innate, natural response base that you came into creation with before your parental, societal, or circumstantial conditioning or way of coping and obtaining a false sense of alignment was learned. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. You are soul and spirit first, then mind and body. The Creator's original intent for humanity was to have a soul consciousness first, where you are living from within out and not from without in. So we are often looking to externally sourced situations to help us out or determine how we should manage. How do I do it? How do it? Forgetting that going within and being introspective, connecting with our higher conscious selves is from where wholeness and creativity and aligned living flows. Getting into alignment allows you to remember and go back to the beginning, to the place of your originally ordained way of living, doing, and being. Somehow we've gotten away from that original plan of foundational cultivation of life from within that eventually manifests without. Being in alignment contributes to lower stress levels, higher self-control, and self-discipline. Now, the importance of being aligned. So I guess you're wondering, how does being in alignment positively affect us? And I'm going to tell you the importance of being in alignment with your true divine self, your inner self, the God in you, mini God. You know, it's a necessary component of true alignment. Alignment with your true divine self gives context and truth to your experiences. When we are in alignment with our true self, our divine self, we are allowing the Creator's plan of directional wisdom and well-being to flow into every area of our lives because we are internally sourced by source through our higher selves. It's living on a higher level, y'all. Higher level of consciousness above circumstances and situations. And I'm not saying that you're not living realistically in this vein or that you're out of touch with reality, spaced out. No. My meaning is a realization of awareness and grounding. And you come to realize your connection to spirit within, and the work that you do towards that connection allows you to align with peace and resolve in dealing with day-to-day moods, motives, and actions. Being in alignment grounds us to the truth of our purpose, transcending conformity to the external chaos that may be going on all around us. Being in alignment to our truest self helps us to see the external as it is in the context of this life, but with a knowing that we are not bound or controlled by what that appearance looks like. And we're making a decisive choice to respond in the way of our internal knowing that we are not defined by the appearance or what's going on, but we are defined by what is true about who we are and to our power to transcend the outward appearance of things. And body alignment matters too, because if you're not aligned internally, it can negatively affect your body, your health, and your wellness. And your body, it is an outward reflection of what's going on internally anyway. Our physical bodies, not just in the context of mental well-being, but think about the food that you eat, what you drink. All those things are ingested internally. And with that ingestion, an external result presents itself physically. When you're stressed, you may not eat as well or as healthy as you should. Instead, you may self-medicate with overeating, unhealthy foods, drugs, alcohol. These types of habits, though, they begin to weigh on you physically, and they cause the body to begin to deteriorate faster than it would have had you taken intentional steps to be body aligned. When your internal compass is directed to well-being and you are intentionally connecting and being diligent in practicing alignment, your mindset is changed and you will naturally begin to have a desire to nurture your body as well. Because where attention and focus go, it produces that same flow of energy elsewhere. And when you begin to reset your inner self to focus alignment, energy naturally flows to the mind and body as well, because we are mind, body, and spirit. And when you focus attention on any one of those, the other parts, they have to fall in line. Now, why is alignment beneficial to every other aspect of our lives? I'm going to tell you that too. Because when you're in alignment, you feel the effects of peace, well-being, wholeness, lowered stress levels, greater levels of joy, and satisfaction with your life, and harmony in your relationships also. Being aligned also allows you to better cope with adverse situations that may arise because you're conditioned to respond differently from a place of internal confidence and knowing, because you connected with Source. And it's spiritually set, not from a place of ego or intellect, but with truth and direction that is internally guided and within the context of intentional alignment. Alignment is a practice concept. Easy if you allow it to be, challenging if you have resistance, but ultimately doable. The mind, body, and spirit, and our soul are three distinctly amazing components that are the makeup of you. And one can't properly function without the other. Once you shift and decide that you're going on to alignment, that thought shift begins the process. And those amazing components will help you in your efforts when you aspire to do so. Yes, it requires going within, becoming aware of your previous responses, reactions, and your triggers, and getting insight and understanding. It does require that kind of work. But you're consistently practicing tuning in, responding differently, spending time and daily focused energy on your desired change. And eventually it becomes second nature and an effortless flow. You'll begin to experience optimum productivity, performance, harmony, balance, peace, just a good flow of management that touches all areas of your life. But you just have to make a shift. And that's what I want you to bring attention to, is focusing, try focusing this week on being alignment, trying to go within, trying to practice responding differently to outward circumstances that want to push you outside of alignment. Because alignment is where your peace is. Don't let anything disturb your peace, your harmony. It makes things flow a little bit easier. And I'm not being unrealistic to say that shit doesn't happen. But being in alignment, you always have a go-to from within, without, to affect the circumstances, because how you respond is going to affect outcomes. Do you want to be alignment, or do you want to be in part of the chaos? Do you want to affect change, or do you want to just go along with the chaos and let it take control over you? Anyway, y'all, that's all I have for alignment. I just wanted to bring that to your attention, but I do talk about these things a little more in my coaching sessions, and I offer tools and resources that help reinforce some of the processes to getting in, being in, and staying in alignment. So if you're interested or you would like to coach one-on-one with me or be involved in a session, please go to the About tab on my page, and there should be a link there that will tell you more about how to contact me and schedule a session. I hope that y'all can see me with this hat. Look, it was wash day for my hair, and it's not completely dead, but I didn't have enough curls. But anyway, I wanted to get this message out. I'm trying to be intentional about my efforts. And I was inspired to do so. I hope that you will join me on the next part of this 3-part series where I'll be talking about balance, and I'll be offering some interesting concepts about how to get into balance, including a 7 chakra activation, which will include mantras as well. But anyway, I hope you'll come back and check that part out. Again, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on part 2, I think sometime this week. Y'all make it a great week. I appreciate you. Ciao.